is Lele, and this is my group member, MEKATELYU. In Costa Rica, MEKATELYU means let me tell you. So today, we're gonna tell you about Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a vibrant and colorful country located in Central America, bordered by Nicaragua and Panama. It is known for its stunning natural landscape, which include tropical rainforests, majestic volcanoes, and wonderful beaches. Costa Rica boasts a rich cultural heritage, influenced by indigenous tradition, Spanish colonial history, and modern influence. The various cities such as San Jose and Puerto Limon offer a blend of traditional and contemporary elements, including colorful festivals, delicious cuisine, and a lively art scene. In this video, we will take you to explore and dive into the world of Costa Rica. Disfruta el viaje!
Let's talk a bit about the history of Costa Rica, how the country formed, and what it has come to be in the modern era. Though debated by certain parties, a popular story for the origin of the country's name is when Christopher Columbus received memorabilia made of gold from the natives during his final Atlantic voyage in 1502. He allegedly named the land Rich Coast, which is a direct English translation for Costa Rica. What he failed to realize at the time was that the land would eventually turn out to be the exact opposite of what he had envisioned. A less popular version of the name origin states that it came from the first colonists who arrived hoping to find gold but ultimately failed, forcing them to transition into agriculture to survive. The very first permanent settlement in the country would be established in 1561, when a batch of colonists from Spain under the command of Juan de Cavallon arrived and decided to settle down in the country. Just 3 years later, in 1564, Cartago became the first capital to be founded in the country. Although Spain wanted to take control over the region, the frequent riots from the indigenous people would delay it until the end of the 16th century. The country started out by trading daily necessities like food, exporting mills before switching to leather and lard later in the 17th century. As decades went by, the country had gradually found its footing with certain sectors, such as the export of the golden bean coffee and bananas.
Fun facts about the Costa Rica politics. Costa Rica gained independence on 15 September 1821 after the defeat of Spanish Empire in Mexican War, and formally declared its own independence on 30 August 1848. During that time, Juan Manuel Fernandez became the first head of state of the country until 16 November 1854. Costa Rica government runs by presidential system and a representative democracy with a multi-party system. The president of Costa Rica is both head of state and the head of government. The president and the legislative assembly deputies, which there are about 37, are elected for the 4-year terms. And for your knowledge, the current president, which is Rodrigo Alberto de Jesus Chavez Robles, win the presidency on the latest 2022 election.
Costa Rica has a lot of flavory foods. Number 1 is gallo pinto. Gallo pinto is a breakfast dish made of rice and beans. Gallo pinto also called as national dishes of Costa Rica, and Costa Ricans are proud to eat almost every day. For the main ingredient of these dishes, rice and beans are mixed together and paired with other ingredients to give it some spices, and like a red ball, peppers, cilantro, onions, and most importantly, salsa lizano. Number 2 is casado. The casado is probably the most traditional dish in Costa Rican cuisine. If you order a casado at a Costa Rica restaurant, you can expect to be served a plate that contains the following: rice, bean, salad, tortillas, fried potato, maduro, and meat, beef, pork, chicken, or fish. The word casado means marry or calf in Costa Rica.
The next one is the Fiestas de los Diablitos. This festival, also known as Festival of the Little Devils. It is a traditional festival that takes place in 2 indigenous communities in Costa Rica, Boruca and Raycurren. The festival honors the indigenous people's 16th century triumph over the Spanish conquistadors. The fight between the two forces is recast at the festival. The indigenous people are the forces of good, and the Diablitos or Little Devils are the Spanish. The last one is the Festival de la Luz, it also known as Festival of Light. This festival is an annual Christmas celebration that takes place in San Jose, Costa Rica. The festival is held on the second Saturday of December, and it features a parade of floats and bands, as well as fireworks displays. The parade is the highlight of the festival. The floats are elaborately decorated with lights and other decorations, and they often feature themes related to Christmas or Costa Rican culture.
Baruca masks. These masks are an integral part of the Baruca culture and are closely associated with their traditional dances and ceremonies. The masks are adorned with colorful design and a lot of symbolic elements. Guati pottery. Guati pottery is a traditional craft that has its roots in the Cortega indigenous culture of Costa Rica. They made the pottery using clay and a good material. The motifs and design reflect their worldview, belief, and historical narratives.
One of the most prominent and famous elements of Costa Rican culture is their traditional clothing. Dresses and clothing reflected their Spanish roots, with their bright colors, excessive use of fabrics and styles. Females' attire usually consists of a long colorful skirt and shoulderless blouse, while males' attire usually consists of pants with big red belt, a white shirt, and a handkerchief. The architecture of Costa Rica is a reflection to the country's rich heritage and vibrant culture. The architecture includes remains from the pre-Columbian era all the way to the modern and contemporary structures. Some of Costa Rica's historical culture is the Guayando de Turrialba and Basilica de Nuestra Señora de Los Angeles.
The National Theatre of Costa Rica is in San Jose on Avenida Segunda between class 3 and 5. Patrons attend the theatre to see wonderful performances put on all the time. For example, orchestras, operas, and ballet. Visiting the theatre, you can expect performances like Algo Sobre Uncle Shakespeare, Philharmonic Orchestra, The Nutcracker, and many others. The word erosion is actually a derivative of an indigenous word that means thunder, an earthquake mountain. Erosion volcano is located in Cordillera Central, East Central Costa Rica. The volcano is approximately 54 kilometers from the capital city of San Jose. It is the tallest active volcano in Costa Rica and covers approximately 500 square meters. The park itself protects over 2,300 hectares of cloud forest and tropical rainforest at elevations between 2,800 and 3,430 meters. This volcano is active, although it has been many years since the last time it erupted. The most recent eruption was in 1994, but it could become active again at any time. In 1963, it was a volcano ended a 20-year silence abruptly on the same day that United States President John F. Kennedy visited. The very first documented eruption was in 1723. It was documented by Diego de la Haya, and one of the volcano's craters is now named after him.
The philosophy of simple living and environment harmony, known as Pura Vida, creates an atmosphere that is both welcoming and inspiring. The unique blend of nature wonder, warm and lovely environment, making a must-visit destination for travelers that seek adventure, relaxation, and a deep connection with nature. There will be no regret if you come here because this is Costa Rica, the Pura Vida.
Pura Vida!